The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
As a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside, it's Williams. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about great big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. On first down from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so...
Intercepted.
defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bringing the heat. Desperately looking. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick blade on his noggin. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. He buoys his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage here right on top of him. Here comes the Mighty Irish out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He wants to change this route. Throwing. Carr. Makes the grab. It's Gilbert. 45 on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
inside. It's Mobley. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Carr makes the grab down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks and first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Caught behind the line. It's good. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quick completion on the outside. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Run in the red zone, it's Mobley. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Ready. Hey, check it.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Into the touchdown, finding Iowa.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Run inside. It's Davidson. Finding some room. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard, we're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. After the run, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a chance. That was an important stop there as they try to hold him to a field goal on this drive. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
You really did, David.
There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a throw on 1st down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Kickoff of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Throwing, Carr, unloads it left. Oh, he can't This guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on fourth.
Booster!
The offense changing the play. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking for room. It's Mobley. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Carr. He's got the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Dropping back, it's Carr. He's got him. He was smelling that end zone, and they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wants to adjust the pattern. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late-game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his spot. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that brings the mind of the coverage team the only thing that stopped him from bouncing it. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
To the air, it's Carr. Pressure coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The 30. He's at the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievable athletic play.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the Washington Huskies. And it's the Boilermakers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Their team has the ball and they're ready to get moving. Trying to set the tone with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are. Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Carr. Steamrolls his way ahead. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. decisions and throws like that. It's easy to see why.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Go, go!
Running inside, it's Williams. Maybe a crease. Smashes through the tackle. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
And man, this offense, man, is so nice to have a guy that you can hand the football to, and he can take off and make big plays down the field. He can break tackles. He can outrun you. He shows you a little bit of everything. This defense, they better dial in on him because he's going to get the football, and he can make big plays.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs.
Ready, go!
Play action, C.J. Carr. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Carr. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short.
Ready, ready! Blue, 22, blue. Western, Western! Go, go!
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Might be changing the route.
Ready, go!
Carr. Under fire. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Carr from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. Running room. Beat down in the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. The offense just strung play after play together and got in the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive in their own 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And he's setting great work there by this defense.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
The Volunteers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Under fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and trying to pick up some yards. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Inside, it's Mobley. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Sticks that big hit up there and grabs it. And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Watching film of this guy, one of the things that really stood out to me was his catch radius, how you just need to throw it somewhere near his body, and he can reel it in. How great was that one-handed stab? Just climbs the ladder. I thought for sure that thing was going to be falling incomplete, but he reels it in, and it's a massive first down for the offense.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge. Lives.
Back to throw, it's Carr. He'll take a shot. They take the lead here in the second half.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he tacks on the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Johnson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You've got to really give the defense the gets back. So keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Running inside, it's Davidson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room. It's Davidson. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Coach is always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he got it. He just got rid of the football.
When the quarterback gets hit again, we already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. For the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Stick to the ground, looking for the marker. At the 20, he's got space. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Lost a pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. It bounced through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Tight end now in motion. Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on him. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Making side adjustments here. From the gun on third down, Carr. It's complete to the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's going to win the run. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Got his man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks and first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The run inside. It's Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Carr. A shot toward the end zone. And they moved out front here in the fourth. The Irish comes back.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Clemson ready to dial up some long ways. They've got it on offense. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be real physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful. Absolutely cannot turn it over.
Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver in the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy position.
The for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays on it.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. Knocked down for the tackle.
Talk about stepping up at a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up the drive. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
From the gun. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
I know it hasn't always been pretty for this guy throughout the course of the game, but David, he has shown tremendous mental toughness. He just keeps going back on the field, and he keeps taking his shots. He looked really good on that last drive throwing the football, and now gives his team the lead.
And he has struggled. That's his first passing touchdown. But in the moment when his team needed it the most, in a 2-minute drill when it's the hardest, he puts it together, goes down the field, and takes the lead for his football.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. It's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air, it's Carr. Forced out of the pocket. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this to tie things up in the final minute. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get three from way downtown. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance in overtime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over and absolutely